Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope that you all are well at home. Okay, so let's start today's computer class. In previous class, I have explained you till types of networks, and today I am starting a new topic, which is network architecture. Okay, so see, for creating any type of network, we need to follow a design. We need to follow a structure on which the network will based. Okay, we need to follow some strategies according to which we will configure the network settings. Okay, so the overall design of computer network and the strategies used for designing the network is called a network architecture. Okay, means network architecture is an overall design of a computer network that describe how a computer network is configured and what strategies are being used. About strategies we will learn ahead in this chapter. Okay, which kinds of strategies we can use to set up a network. Okay, so network architecture, there are two types of network architecture. First is client server and second is peer to peer network. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? Okay, so let's discuss about client server network first. Okay, client server network is a type of network where there are two types of computers are used. First one is called client and second is called a server. Basically, the computer connected in a network are known as clients or workstation or nodes or servers. These all are synonyms for computer system only. Okay, so what is the difference between a client and server? See, client means a computer system with normal capabilities or limited access, and server is the most powerful computer which provides services to the client. Okay, so in this network one system works as a host and other system connected as a client, which depends on server to get access for different services. Server is the service provider. Okay, next is peer to peer network, in which all systems have equal capabilities. Okay, there is no limitation on any system. All the systems have equal permissions, equal capabilities. Okay, no one is client and no one is server. All the computers connected together are called a node. Okay, you can call them client or server. Simultaneously they can work as a client or as a server. Okay, okay, next let's discuss about network topologies. As while explaining about network architecture, I told you that for creating any network we need to follow some strategies, means how we will connect our systems together. You all knows that a computer network is the combination of um, um, many computers. Okay, so obviously many computers will be connected together. So how we will connect those systems? There are some types of topologies which are used for connecting systems together. Okay, actually they describe the layout in which we will connect computers and other components in a network. Other peripheral devices means printer, scanner, anything. If you are connecting in computer, there are two types of topologies: logical and physical. Means topologies you can call it physical topologies or logical topologies. So here we are going to discuss about physical topologies, which refers to the arrangement of network cables and nodes and other devices in a network. Okay, let's talk about different types of topologies. Topologies are categorized in these types. First one is point to point topology, in which it's a simplest design of network structure in which two nodes are directly connected to each other, means system connected to each other point to point. Okay, with the help of a cable. Okay, so it is used when you want to create a very limited type of network or small area network. Okay, and computer are kept closely. There you can use this topology. Next is bus topology. In bus topology, a central cable is used to connect the system. Actually, a main cable is used, which is called the backbone of the topology. As you all can see here, here is a main cable. This one is a main cable through which all systems are connected. You can see here. Okay, the main disadvantage of this topology is that if anyhow this main cable get destroyed or any fault comes in this cable, so it disturbs the whole structure, means all the systems will stop working. Okay, so it is not considered a very good kind of topology. Okay, it is also used in small types of network. Okay, second is star topology, in which systems are connected in the star shape. You can see this structure. So when systems are arranged in this kind of a structure is known as star topology. Actually, in this topology, a device is used for connecting the systems in this shape, which is called hub. Okay, in star topology, each device is connected to the central computer using point-to-point connection. The central server acts as hub. Here they are connecting all the systems with the central systems, which works like a hub. In place of this central system, we can also use a hub through which we can connect different systems. Okay, the main disadvantage of this topology is, although it's good, but the main disadvantage is anyhow if the central hub get disturbed, so the all systems stop working. Okay, it caused the failure of the topology. Next is ring topology, in which systems or nodes are connected in the shape of a ring with the help of a cable. You can see here. Okay, this kind of topology is used in LAN and WAN setups. Okay, the disadvantage of this topology is that if the one workstation goes down, means suppose if any in the all these systems are in a chain, so if any one system get corrupted or get stop working, then it will break the chain and all the systems will stop working. Okay, it will affect the working of all the systems. This is the main disadvantage of this topology. Okay, next is tree topology, in which systems are connected in a hierarchical form. Hierarchical form means, here you can see in this picture, there is a central hub through which some other hubs are connected and through which all other nodes or computers are connected like a leaf. Okay, so following this kind of structure makes a tree topology. Okay, in this tree topology, we can connect different types of topologies together. Like we can join two or more star topologies together. They will form a tree structure. Okay, as you all can see here, two systems are connected with a hub, so it's a kind of a ring topology. This one, sorry, star topology, and here also. Okay, so and these two are connected with this central hub. So here they are connecting two star topologies to a central hub, and it's looking like a hierarchical form. So it forms a tree topology. Here also, although this topology is good, the speed is very fast, but the main disadvantage is if the central computer goes down, the entire workstation connected to it will suffer. Means it will affect the performance of other systems also. Means suppose if the central hub goes down and stop working because of any reason, then all the systems connected with this one will stop working. Last is mesh topology. Mesh topology is considered very effective because as you all can see here, each system is connected with uh, uh, rest of the systems. Like you can see, point to point they are following point to point network, plus each, suppose there are 6 systems, so one system is connected with the rest of the 5 systems. It has 5 connection, each system has 5 connection. So the failure chances in this topology is very less, because if any cable get breakdowns, or anything happen to particular system, if particular one system goes down, then because all the systems are connected with each other, so the communication will go on, the network will not be broken. Okay, so this is considered a good topology. Overall, the cost of this network is high, because many cables are used and each system is connected to other systems, so it's a little expensive in comparison of other topologies. Okay, now let's come to the next topic of this chapter, which is accessing a file from a shared drive. It's very easy. Suppose you want to access a file from a shared drive. So first of all, you need to click on a network icon on the desktop. If it is not on the desktop, then you can click on start, and then you can choose this, or you can search this icon. Okay, so as you will click on the network icon, so the network window will appear from, okay, from where you can choose from where you want to open any file. Okay, so you can see in this picture, this kind of window will appear. Here you can see all the drives and files. So from here you can access all the shared files, and you can just copy and you can paste wherever you want to use that file, or you can store it in any other device also. Okay, it's up to you. You want to copy that shared file, or you want to save it in any other device, or you want to paste it on any other location. It's up to you. So just by clicking on the network icon from the network window, you can access any file from the shared drive. Okay, next important topic of this chapter is network security. See, network security is very important, because when many systems are connected together, so you need to set permissions, that which information is accessible and which one is not. So for that purpose, you need to make some restrictions. For that, you have some options, like you can set a password, you can provide login ID and password to individual for accessing information. You can create user accounts, you can create a limited account, and you can create a main account, and you can give access to limited accounts. Okay, so means the people connected with the system will be able to interact the system using limited accounts only. They will not be able to change other settings of your system. Okay, and you can give individual login ID and password to people through which they will be get connecting. Give you can give ID and password to reliable person, okay, with whom you want to share the information. Okay, so login security and write security, you can give username and password, I told you. Okay, at the last of this chapter we have a recap portion, which you will read yourself, and after that we have the exercise part. Okay, so as I have already shared the PDF of this chapter, so you all can learn the chapter, then you will be able to find the blank parts. Okay, hints are also given, so with the help of these hints you can fill the blanks. Okay, at the end I will share the answer sheet of this exercise, so you all can match your answers with the answer sheet. Okay, so attempt it. Okay, and as you all are not having books, so you have to write these exercises in your computer notebook. Okay, so that's all for today. Take care of yourselves. Bye.